Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to the LDM Show. I'm Charles Aloma,
Lydia Penn here.
and we have a good show here today. But again, like we're live, so I have to go and make sure we're live on Facebook, and we are, so that is good. But we got a good show today. We did miss you last week. I know you were enjoying.
Guys. Oh my God,
you were enjoying
I missed
yourself.
You guys.
But again, if you're watching last week, we had a budget cut. So she couldn't be here last week because of the budget cuts.
Budget cut.
We had Rhea doing fireworks, sound effects. So we had a good show, but we're going to continue the energy from last week. But we're going to get also a little serious this week, too, because we have tip war that we're going to be talking about, things that we didn't stop doing since the 80s. And of course, Love Corner, which is a relationship question. So make sure you get your comments, get ready for your comments and everything. We're going to have a blast today. And it's, what, now it's daytime. We actually, looking out the window, and we can see
it's a little bit
the
brighter.
sun.
Yeah.
Normally when we here, we like it's dark, right?
It might still be like that.
Well, when we
We'll
get
see.
out.
We'll-
Of course, when we get out, it's going to be dark.
You think so?
Well, probably not as dark as when we
I
get
don't
out.
know. We'll see.
But
I'd be surprised.
yeah, how is that hour affects you, or do you feel
So
any?
daylight savings is Sunday, right?
Well, yeah, it passed.
It passed.
Right.
Okay.
So, but a lot of people don't. It doesn't affect them,
Yeah.
or they don't even
Like
realize
your body,
it.
like jet
Yeah.
lag type.
Like they don't
Yeah.
even realize it, because I don't. I lost an hour when I got up. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
we lost an hour. I didn't even realize
Okay,
it.
so that makes sense.
I was like, it was Sunday anyway. What if you're not gonna go do nothing and you're
I
gonna
was
rest?
on the wrong day. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you rest, it's not gonna affect you.
No, Sunday's a day of rest. Definitely take that seriously.
So, but turning it back, I think it does affect people, because now you got to wake up an hour earlier. That one day, for that one day.
Yeah.
But
Just a little adjustment, little biological adjustment.
yeah. Well, Trump and some of the congressmen wanted to keep it like this forever.
Yeah.
This time
Not-
right now
not
forever.
Switch the time back and forth.
But he's saying that it's hard because 50% of the people want
And
it
keep it.
to keep it, and 50%
Why did they
wants to
even
keep it going.
Enact it in the first place. Like, what was the point?
That's why he asked him.
Why are you trying to control the solar system?
He said, I don't want to sound like I don't understand what's going on. He said, but why did we change it anyway?
I mean, it's that simple. I don't understand.
He's for right now. He
Yeah.
wants to keep it this time.
Yeah. Don't
But
change it
some
again.
of his, some of the Republicans and Democrats are for changing it back and forth. So he's like, he
What's
doesn't
the
know what to
argument,
do.
though?
They don't have no
What's
argument.
the pro argument? What's the point of keeping?
Well, the ones that
It's
want,
inconvenient.
the ones that want to keep it going back and forth is
Yeah.
because Trump wants to keep it steady. So you know what it is. They always just opposite of what he wants. But I said, why they just don't do a whole survey and let the whole United States?
Oh, God forbid they should ask us what we care about, what we
yeah,
want.
yeah, that's
I
a
don't
little
know
too
about
much,
that.
right?
You're asking
Yeah.
for a lot. You need to go to Russia or something.
Yeah. I forgot, We forgot that it's not we the people over here.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's we the people who don't pay taxes
Yeah.
and take your money and get richer.
Yeah. But I'm for keep it like this, where it's more
Yeah.
daylight when I come out of work.
Right. We need the daylight. And anyway, this part of the globe, we get the most sunlight anyway.
Yes.
Which is
But
really
I know
great.
one of the reasons he said, because some people were complaining that they don't want to take their kids to school when it's so dark.
Okay, yeah, I don't like, being outside
Yeah, but-
in the morning when
Well,
it's dark.
one
but
hour of
it-
your darkness is not
Yeah.
going to change a thing.
you're,
It's still
you're
dark.
outside for how long?
I don't understand that.
Yeah,
You're-
well,
you're dark in one day. Now, daylight, and I know somebody's going to be like, well, it's the same thing as it's daytime. It's only one more hour of daytime. But for a lot of people, especially now, that 1 hour of energy,
yes, that vitamin D makes a difference.
it makes a big difference.
It makes a big
Depression, people
difference.
love the sun
Oh,
more.
yeah, because winter is hell. Winter is hell for anybody.
Why you think some of the people in jail, you'd be like, you came back lighter because they don't get no sun.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely been a recluse before, so I
see
get
my
it.
brothers coming back, and I'm like, wait, I know my brother, and I
That's
thought he
not-
was dark when
yeah,
he went
that's
in.
not good.
So
It does something to your sleep rhythm and everything. Like it just like overnight shifts and things like that. It just,
Yeah.
no.
So, listen.
It goes against our natural balance.
I think, and it's been so long that people don't even know, not even the scientists remember which one was the correct time. They like, no, some people fighting, no, when you put the hour back,
Yeah.
that was the right time.
I don't know. I
don't
couldn't
even
tell
know.
you. I couldn't tell you. But it didn't always exist. I know that.
No,
So,
no. I don't know why they did it either. I never researched it. I
maybe
didn't
the
really
climate
care.
was changing and they felt like.
I don't know.
That's a good one. I might look that up.
And put it like this. It don't matter who did it or why they did it. I'm just thinking about what bring the conversation up in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, hey, what are we gonna do now? Well,
Yeah.
we figured out how to.
They could have
to
even
do-
changed it without us knowing and said, no, we're just going to, they do that with everything else.
Yeah.
So why?
So you imagine a bunch of scientists together. Yeah, we figured out how to make
done it too.
corn. We figured out
Radium.
cows make meat. What else is to do? I don't know.
Make
What the
fake
hell?
meat.
Let's just change the time. Let's just change the time. Yeah. You know what? Let's just change the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why bring it up, but listen. We need to figure it out because
Do we?
it is, well,
They figure it out for us.
it's getting crazy. Something needs to give. Because leave it alone. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I prefer more day, more especially I get up at 5, 6 o'clock.
Right.
The sun is pretty much coming out.
Get
When
the
that
most
sun
out of it.
hits
Yeah.
the window, it's like, bam, I'm outside. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Well, you waking up in the darkness.
The darkness. You wanna stay asleep. Those mornings where you gotta get up and it's dark,
Yes.
like 3, 4 o'clock in the winter. Oh God.
No, come on now. Give me my daylight, and we call it a day. Like, I'm good running around with the sun and everything.
Yeah.
But what about you guys? Do you prefer more daylight or more darkness?
Like, it can't be many of you who think that dark, cloudy, gloomy days worse than England is a great idea. No, we like our sunshine in the Americas, you
Mhm.
know.
What's that song? Let the sun shine in.
The sun
Yeah. Let's go. But that's the way life is. By all means, leave it the same.
Then, of course, you got the growth, plant growth. So,
Yeah, well,
It's-
that is a good argument,
Mhm.
So is it the plants will grow
We're running out of
faster if
plants.
we're running out of 1 hour?
yeah.
Like, whoever plants or are farmers,
Yeah.
put it like that, farmers, is the hour being more dark better for you or, more sun?
They start early anyway.
Well, they probably can, well, that 1 hour of darkness ain't gonna do nothing to the farmers.
It's
'Cause
chore
the fir-
time.
You know what I mean? The
It's
first thing they're
breakfast.
doing is going into feed the chickens
Yeah.
and in their cageless barn place. So they're feeding them anyway. They're not outside in the field yet until it's light anyway. So I don't know. I
Stay
still don't
tuned
find
on that
everything
one.
comes back to leave it the way it is.
Seriously.
So, but
Got enough to worry about now.
yeah. But back to some. Well, I only have one thing for word on the street. So
What's the word on the street?
I guess we'll hit the word on the street. Let's do this. All right. Well, that's the only thing that we kept when we had the budget. But word on the streets, they want flip-flopper Mayor Adams to resign, and they asking him,
That's been the.
but he keeps
He's not. He doesn't.
he doesn't want to answer the
willingly.
right. He doesn't want to answer the question correctly.
What's the question?
They asked him first, did you get any help from
the
the
court?
government
Yeah.
and from Trump to drop your case?
Right.
And he's went all around the question.
He's a
And
master
the,
at that.
and the lady was like, okay, are you going to answer
you
the
gotta be
question?
focused.
It's a yes or no question.
You got to be focused when you talk to people like
Well,
that.
when the judges decided, and my lawyers are speaking to the other lawyers, and the dog ran across the street, and the guy in the
And the
parachute, like
couch.
he talking about everything else but yes or no.
Yeah.
Everybody already knows the answer.
Yeah.
You're a criminal. You did it. Bye. go.
He's not going to step down.
He
on
doesn't
his
want to
own.
step down, and now if they force him to step
That's
down,
the only way he
it's
would
gonna look
leave,
bad.
or he's unelected.
Yeah, but he's like the people of New York hears me. No, we hear how flip flopping you
we
are.
don't. We can't trust you.
Don't. they talking about the money from COVID, what happened to it. And he said, well, I gave it to, and now he's talking about I never wanted the hotel to be full of immigrants.
Migrants.
Wasn't you the one that put the illegals there?
Yes, we can play it back.
Yeah.
Definitely. Play
Now all
it
of a sudden
back.
he was like,
And he said,
he said, so.
this is a sanctuary city.
Yeah. Well, after this, I heard there's rumors that he's going to join the Olympics and do the backstroke because that's why he's an expert doing the backstroke.
Yeah.
That's all he does is what? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go back. Let me do the backstroke.
Great.
This guy is something else, man. Like, come on now. Get him out. I don't like no.
That's
So
That's politics.
that, New Yorkers, when was the last time that you liked the mayor?
Maybe Bloomberg.
Probably, right?
Because he invested. He started the investment.
I don't think we liked him. I think we tolerated him. You know, I don't think there was any
because of the things that he did.
Right, he did a lot for New York, but
Put
then
a lot
he took
of money into it.
He took away some things, but I might as well take away
authenticity.
some and gain a lot. I don't mind
Right.
losing
You're gonna
something.
lose something.
I don't
You're
mind
gonna
if I'm going to
sacrifice
gain a lot.
something. Right.
If I'm going to gain a lot.
There's going to be a sacrifice, you know.
But I honestly consider besides Bloomberg, I don't think there's anyone else that.
Somebody made a joke that Giuliani made all the homeless people disappear.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they disappeared from one corner and reappeared on the other.
Nah, they're under the subway, man.
They're under the subway. They all in this other place.
There's
Come
people
on
who
now.
live down there, man. It's creepy sometimes. I see people going a little further than we should and never come back. Sometimes I see people coming out, and where did you come from?
Like,
I've been here for 10 minutes. Where did you come from?
I thought I was alone.
Dude.
It happens.
Subways are creepy.
Hey, Scott, how's it going, man?
Hey, Scott.
I see him popping up on my page there.
Good to have you. Good to have you. Thanks
Yes,
for joining.
and thank you for the thumbs up.
Bring your friends. Bring your
Yeah,
friends.
make sure you push those thumbs up. You know those the share. You know, let other people commentate on it
And caring.
and caring. So, but that's what we have so far for Word on the Street. That's how I think. So, let's get to the next conversation that we have here. Is the big one,
Oh, juicy.
the tip war.
Uh-oh. What do we think about tipping? What do we think about mandatory tipping?
I wanna
You know,
go-
just a gratuity included, they say.
I want to go back to the 40s when they used to just tip their hat.
Let's start wearing them first, you know?
Right? I'm just going to wear a hat just for that. Every time I go to a restaurant, I'm going to wear a top hat. And what's that for? Because I want to tip you.
Get you some suspenders, a bow tie.
There you go. That's how I'm going to tip everybody from now on. You're like, when you see me with a top hat, it's because I'm going to go out to eat. Because I'm going to tip you my hat. That's it. There's no. I'm not into the tip. Don't tip. Nope. Don't ask for a tip.
Let's say the bill's $100. It's just
I don't care if the bill's $2. I'm not a tipper, and I'm not going to lie.
Anything on a $100 bill at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
what I want. But
Right.
what they call a tipper is someone that does 20 to 25%.
You consider 15 to 20, right?
I consider whatever my pocket is.
Okay.
What I normally do is I round off. If the bill is
Round off to
95.40,
what?
I'm going to the 100. So you only going to get the 460.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Okay.
rounding it off to the whole 100.
Oh, so you're just giving them the spare change.
Whatever's left over,
Damn, Charles.
you can have.
Damn.
Don't come to me.
So what if they did something extraordinary? Then do they deserve a tip from you?
If they're going to do something out of the
Extraordinary.
waitress
Out of their job.
box.
Right. Like,
Out of the waitress box.
like they gave you something, you know?
Like they went across the street to get me a special
they
bread.
made your day.
You know,
They deserve a tip.
they came and they gave me a picture. They were drawing on me. They went across the
They drew
street.
you a caricature.
Yeah, they went.
With a big head.
I heard you were talking about a special orange, and during my break, I went across the street and got you an orange. They did something out of the waitress
Wow.
and the waiter's jobs.
Super server.
But you come in and talking about, yeah, but I bring you your plate.
With
Duh,
with
that's your
crappy
job.
Attitude.
That's your job to bring me a
They
plate.
don't come and check on you. That's the worst. 'Cause
No, I don't like them checking on
Then
me.
I feel bad for not tipping.
I don't like them
You know.
checking on me because they
It's
always
like-
want to check when I got that spoon. Everything
No,
all right?
at
You're
the
like,
right time. Like, I'm empty here. There's trash. Like, okay.
I think they do that on purpose. Wait. No, he's not eating yet. There he goes. Go. Excuse me, sir. Are you okay? You're like, yeah, I'm good.
I think the worst thing is not being waited on. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Or waiting forever, for your server to like, hello, can I
But
order?
I listen. Don't come to me and be like, oh,
I'll
that's
be right with you. I'll be
that's
right with
20%, 25%. This is why I don't even go to church. I don't do no.
That's a
no,
different
no,
type of tipping, man.
I don't even do the 25.
That's
Don't tell me.
gratuity,
No, there ain't no.
No question.
Nope.
You come there knowing that you need to either bring an envelope
No, I go there.
or bring singles.
I go there knowing that I want to know about the Lord, not about your tipping.
Yeah, but that's how serious it is.
Yeah, no, that's
You have
another
to be
subject we're going to talk
prepared.
about. But
Well,
right
for
now we're
sure.
talking about the tip. We're going to jump into these
The tides.
crooked ties that people are doing over here. But tip wars, like now, some of them.
Don't force me to tip. That's not a tip. Just tell me that this is the price of you sitting here and me serving you and you paying the food. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make my own decision about the tip, which will most likely not be much after that. But, I mean, I think that when they give you the option to tip on the little robot for cashing out, it's like I'm taking my stuff and I'm leaving. What am
Yeah.
I tipping
No,
for?
I was going to say that. I seen an actual place that had
And then
tip
it's not
for
reasonable.
carry out.
It's not reasonable. It's either 15%. It starts at 15, 20. Then
Hey.
it goes up to like 100, or if they want to be funny, It's like, wait a minute. No, make my own. None. I'll do it.
I'll start
I mean,
giving
In
tips.
general, I do like because the tax in New York is 8%, so times 2, whatever that is.
Okay.
8%? No, see, no. Mm-mm. Now I gotta watch you. Now when you go out, I'm gonna do what
He's gonna look at
Trump
the-
did,
what?
and I'm gonna put a cap
I
on,
see
on the
you're
credit
in
card.
Applebee's.
I'm gonna put a cap on the credit card when you go out to dinner.
You got to put in a passcode. Call you.
Ma'am, it says you need a passcode for
Everybody's
the tip.
waiting in line. I'm embarrassed.
Oh my God,
You swipe
that
the,
will be the day.
you swipe the
Carry
card.
cash.
My new card is you swipe the card and it pays for the rest. She's like, ma'am, you giving a tip? I did. She said, no, your card says you need a code for the tip.
That's good. That's good.
You need a passcode for the tip. I
yeah.
did put my passcode. No, it's not the same.
Authenticator.
It's a different passcode for the tip.
Right.
No, because they're a little ridiculous.
Tip you in Bitcoin. How about that?
No, listen. And then I'm not
Figure
tipping,
that out. Figure that one out.
I'm not tipping on no carry out.
Yeah. Well, they want you to tip the deliverer, which is tricky.
Well,
Because
tipping the
they're
deliverer,
also adding other fees to make you unmotivated like the most. Like, is $10 without the tip? What do you mean?
No. Hey, Ruben, how's it going?
Hi,
You
Ruben.
Shoshana.
order something and then the tip is like half of what you order. Like, what is that?
Hey, you guys, listen.
Right.
Even my kids are like, no.
And that's without a fee, right?
Don't tip. Don't even put. I'm telling you, my brother-in-law is online watching, and
If you- Okay.
he know how I am with the tipping.
Subway musicians, if I like the music, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing and stuff, I don't know. It depends. Snacks, maybe.
See, but they doing.
So the
So,
Subway
I don't-
performers, I always give at least $1 because I feel like they've done so much. And you know,
Well, I don't think of it as a tip for them. I give it as a payment for your entertainment.
Yes. It's like free
That's why I'll give them more money
Yeah.
than a waiter
That's
because
what
you're
it's
doing
about.
your job. They not. They out here busting their butt. So okay, here you go.
Like,
I'll
nobody's giving them.
And
they're
now
not
you don't hear
earning
them saying, talking about, I gave you 10 minutes of music, it's 20% tip.
You got change for 50? You take gift cards?
Like-
You got Venmo?
they do Venmo and Zelle.
No,
Yeah.
they have Venmo, Cell, Cash
They
App on their
have.
stuff.
Those little square things that you plug into the
The
Square,
Square, yeah, Square.
yeah.
It's called Square, yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are.
No.
Those
you
are
don't
good.
you don't see nobody performing and talking about, yeah, I just performed 2 songs for you. I'm asking for the 20% tip. It's good for you guys? Okay. No.
You too.
Yeah, they just be like, hey, put whatever you could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. Put whatever you put. But you know what it is? is the social media that keeps putting it out there and making because I never had a problem
Putting what out there?
with people with tips. Never had
Problem
until
like
I went to
it
Atlantic
wasn't
City.
enough, or
No, they just don't care. Whatever you give them, you give them.
yeah, yeah.
So all these videos that I'm
that's the point
seeing,
of gratitude. You're grateful for getting more than what you're supposed to get.
like these videos where people take their food back because you didn't tip them, I never had that problem. Well, first of all, I go and pick up my own food.
Yeah.
But second of all, if I do, I never really, even me when I did DoorDash,
That's crazy.
I never had a problem.
That's work. Why are you doing extra work?
you
to
just
be
wasted gas
spiteful?
money. No, and then the funny part about it, I know these videos are fake because I'm telling you, I did DoorDash.
Yeah.
If the day that I go and I take the food back, when the
Something's wrong.
customer calls them and says, I didn't give them a tip, so they took the food back. Guess what's going to happen to the DoorDasher? He's going to be sitting there and never get another order.
Right.
And then you get an email saying, we cut you off.
Right.
So I know damn real they did not take no food back. These fake videos that be
Sometimes
popping
they
up.
steal food. That's happened to me before with DoorDash.
Oh, yeah, that they
And
never
it's
deliver.
like, where are you? You know what I mean? And then I gotta complain, and like they're stealing your money, DoorDash.
No, I got free food from DoorDash.
See?
Because there was times when you go and
They're not there,
You
or-
honk their horn, they don't come down.
That's what I mean.
They got 5-10 minutes. The thing is, they tell you got 5-10 minutes to come down.
Yeah. Now, if you have to go down, that's different. But if there's no discussion about where we meet in, and I'm trying to
Well-
connect with you, and you just ghosted talking about you.
Listen,
Oh,
to the Door Dashers and the Uber drivers and stuff,
Just be-
do what I do.
do the
I
right
text
thing.
them. I'll be there
Or
within
call.
4 minutes.
old school.
Because I had.
I hate it when they call me. I tell them don't call me unless you have to.
No, I had a text. What's called a template, and the template for my text said the same thing
Yeah.
to everybody.
Yeah.
I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Please come
Due
downstairs.
to the
make sure-
lack of parking in your area, please come downstairs.
I'll come down.
If not, I have no problem coming up, but you will be delayed because I have to look
Right.
for a legal
I've gotten that before.
parking. That was probably me.
I've got-
texting you.
You kidding me? See, I would have tipped you cash, man. I would have
no,
tipped you well.
but I gave that template to a lot of the door dashers
Yeah.
that I was meeting,
Right. It's
and when they
helpful.
see me again, they was like, "Yo, they tipped me more. They helped
It's all
me."
about communication, people.
That's all I did. Now, if you don't come down, I used to be
Make an attempt to communicate.
well, no, come up because that's what I paid for. And I used to call them and tell them, "Excuse me, but you paid for me to go to
Drive,
the
right.
door to pick it, not to your apartment door,
It's true.
to your building door. Read the instructions
Now,
and read
I've
the
taken
contract."
people's tips away before for doing silly stuff.
Yeah.
And that's only waste my time doing that when I'm really, really pissed.
Well, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, guys. Y'all giving them tips. Tell the DoorDasher to show you their app. It says
It's tipped on there.
$3, $4 for delivery, your tip.
Right.
So $4 for delivery, meaning
And you can-
you're already getting money to deliver it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what DoorDash does, and this I'm going to tell you, I said
Grubhub.
it before. DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber.
Eats.
This is what they do. They automatically try to give, depending on the mile, try to give the person $5.
Yeah.
$5 to $10, if depending. Like let's say if it's a $10 distance.
Out of the okay.
If you tip them $3, DoorDash gives them $7
Okay.
to make the $10. So this is what I do. I don't tip until they get there and I give them cash.
You give them cash.
Because you know what?
There's
Now
nothing wrong with
DoorDash,
that.
DoorDash had to give them the whole $10,
Yeah.
and I
There's
give them
so
3
many
to 4.
middlemen when you use electronic, payment. There's so many middlemen, and by the time they get it, 5 to 10 business days.
Yes. No, and the people love it more when I give them the cash. They're like,
Yes.
they be happy.
It's that personal touch. It's that communication.
Or I put down, I'll tip when you get here.
And it's instant. They don't have to wait for anything to
Because make
transfer.
DoorDash and Uber and all of them pay them and
Cash.
stop. Now, if they would have been like, listen, I'm going to give you $5 and whatever tip,
Yeah.
is, then okay.
They
But
should
no,
pay the minimum wage.
because I noticed that. I did a couple of trips from the same restaurant to the same building.
Yeah.
And every time I noticed it averages around $10.
Okay.
The person would
Because
give
of
a
the
tip,
mileage. Yeah.
and then they give me the miles. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I figured, oh, it's because they're averaging it, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, the person, they automatically going to
distance.
give you, because there was some deliveries talking about delivery $250.
It depends on your total too.
$250 delivery, but then it said
If you-
tip was like $7-8.
Yeah, some people order
Again,
like.
it was $10.
I might as well get out the bed and just go get it.
Oh no. The one that I love, right? I used to call her. I'd be like, "Yo, I got the best delivery." She said, "What?" I said, "I had to go pick up a milk and take it to the person." Right?
Yeah, see?
She said, "Now here's the thing. I get in the car, boop, pick up. Now it's gonna deliver. You are here."
Huh?
I'm like, "Good. I think this is messed up."
They couldn't.
I'm like,
So were they
"No."
disabled?
Then I stood in the car for a little bit. I'm like, "Wait."
So they can see that you're here.
And I'm like, I'm here, and then I looked at the address, so I went on the
Right.
phone on the car because I have GPS, and I typed in the thing. Maybe
That's
the
the
phone,
address.
maybe the phone was
Right,
wrong.
right.
So I typed it into the GPS. Boop, you are here, and I looked like this across the street,
Okay,
and the
what?
lady was like this.
Yeah, please tell me.
The lady waving,
So he was able-bodied.
an able body right across the street.
She was walking.
Uh-huh. She walked to the car.
I don't know.
She said, and this is the funny part. She said, "I thought I'll meet you downstairs so you don't have to walk up."
Was she overweight?
No.
Okay.
But
I mean,
don't-
I'm trying to find the reason for the laziness.
Listen, I don't care. I made money.
Right. Right.
By all means, all y'all lazy ones, keep
Because it's
calling.
not about, oh, I got it to spend. Really, it's not. It's like, why won't you just go
Yeah.
out your door?
Now, I did have,
Could be agoraphobia or something. Who knows?
I had one person call me. I had a person call me and say, "Can you bring the stuff up because I'm with my kid and I can't
I've said that.
go down."
I have no kids. My baby's here. I can't leave my baby alone.
So what I do, if it's an elevator, you're gonna always have people say, "Okay."
Right. Stairs.
In New York,
Walk-ups.
nuh-uh, I don't do walk-ups. So I said, "Oh, okay, you have your
Especially
baby?
beyond 3
Meet me in the
floors.
3rd floor.
Yeah.
You live in the 5th floor? Meet me in the 3rd floor."
Right.
Because I know
Right.
I'm from the hood.
Yeah.
I know you even ran down to the stairs to go get your pack of cigarettes in
Yeah.
the store
Yeah, everything.
when your baby was upstairs.
Everything.
Don't play with yourself.
Everything.
Because I did that many times. Shoot.
He's
I,
the worst.
I used to run, my supermarket is right across the street.
She's
I used to
like,
leave my
"What?"
son sleeping when he was a baby and run across the street.
He's like,
And she was like, "Where you at?" I said, "I'm in the supermarket, grabbing something real quick."
oh my goodness.
No, it annoys the crap out of me.
Now he's
Listen,
big. Now he's big. He's okay.
I've been home alone since I was like 5, so
Yeah,
you know,
we used to do that back in the days.
it's a different
70s.
type of kids then too.
Come on
you
now.
No, but the times are different.
Yeah, kids are very different. They got different types of needs these days, you know. So you gotta be careful. You don't want-
Sometimes when I leave and he's still in the room, like just catching on sleep or whatever, I tell him, close
Yeah.
the door.
if you're
And
responsible,
then make sure if anyone knocks,
don't answer the door.
don't answer the door, wake up your daddy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Keep it simple.
He watches. I go down to the. 'Cause how many people go down to the mailbox and their kids are still, and you come
package.
back up? So don't tell me you cannot come down for a package.
If it works, it works. Because it's worked for me. I'm sorry. I don't have any kids.
No, you know what would piss me off? Talking about, yeah, can you come up?
Yeah.
Because I'm pregnant, and you go upstairs and there's a man.
Oh, that, yeah.
I'm like, sorry, wrong apartment. I would have kept on walking.
Took a picture. Leave this bull.
This bull crap. Don't listen to them, you know.
This
But
damn binary bull.
But the same reason, the same how that they can give you 4 to 5 stars, you can do the same thing to them.
Yes.
A lot of Uber drivers
Uber.
and
They match you.
Door dashers don't know that.
That's
There's
crazy.
there's a button that you press and you say, how did you like your interaction? You can say no. Now they flag them and you
Yeah.
can never order again.
Oh, shit.
It's the same with Uber, like the Uber.
I didn't know
rides.
that about the food delivery.
Yeah,
though.
the food delivery. You
That's
can.
why I tell him
You
be
gotta be
nice.
respectful.
Every time because he uses my app to book his thing, I tell him I watch my.
You're gonna have the worst rating.
I
She's just
watch
so rude, and she calls herself a woman, but she looks like a man.
Man.
I watch my rating and I tell him, "Were you nice to the driver? Because I saw my number."
Yeah.
I'll be like, some of the drivers, as soon as I walk in and you don't say how you doing or hello, you already lost a star.
Yeah, he's a stickler, man. I used to be a stickler for that too, but I used to just like to be quiet. You know, now I'm just like, good morning, whatever. You know.
You see me with my bag. See, this is why I'm talking about tips. You see me, you pull up,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
my bag, and you stay in the car talking about, boop, I press the button for you, open the trunk doesn't even
I'll
automatically
take
open.
that too.
No,
If the trunk automatically opens,
now if it automatically, but if you're just gonna press the button and talking about the trunk is open,
that happened to me one
like you
time.
can't come out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 star,
All right,
bam,
thanks.
taken away.
Thanks.
I know. That's why. That's why every time I tell him, I'm gonna create your own Uber account, so don't mess up with my rating.
I'll be a 1-star Uber passenger.
No, in China, they rate you socially and professionally. It's like being a sim, and you got
Yeah.
this rating above your head. You know,
That's how I am.
That's your whole being. You know, you can't, based on one interaction, you never know what might happen with your life.
You open the door and be like, be careful on your way out. Have a good one. All right. Hope, and then like let's say if you know they're going for a meeting or a job interview. Hope you get that
Hey,
job.
good luck.
Poof. I'm like, damn, this guy cared enough to, bam, call me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's that little bit of communication. It goes a long way.
You know?
You could even make somebody's day with it.
I have
you know?
him on my phone.
Yeah.
When I schedule him for Uber, I use his profile so they know that it's not me that's writing.
That's
it's-
they need to
Yeah.
be secure
I'm
as
doing
well.
a ride for him, so
Yeah.
every time.
It's so funny. Because the driver be like, hubby?
That's
I be looking at him. The one guy. The last time we had an event, and we all went in the car, and he was an Indian guy, and he looked at me. He said, "Hubby?" I said, the way he acts, like he haven't seen me for so many years, right? So I said, "Oh my God, it's you! Oh my, I haven't seen you for so long." And he looked at me. He was like, "Do I know you?" I said, "Well, you said hubby like you didn't see me for long." He started laughing, and we joked around.
Yeah.
He
It was
came
a
and
pleasant ride.
he helped me with the bags
Yeah.
first of all. When we came out, and then he took the thing and he seen that it was a microphone stand, and he said, "Oh, you DJing?" I said, "No, I'm just karaokeing." I said, "Really? There's no DJs no more." He said, "Tell me about it." I hired a DJ for a party, and he was just pressing buttons. I said, "Well," and we had the conversation.
Yeah. You know, that doesn't happen anymore these days.
And
you
then the directions had him across the street. So I said, "Oh, it's over there." But thank you. And I was about. He said, "No, no,
know?
no."
Yeah, I'll take you there.
He U-turned to make sure I was in the front. That's someone that's doing beyond
Right.
what he's supposed
He didn't
to
have
do.
to do any of those things.
He's an Uber driver. Point
He could
A
have been
to
on
point
his
B.
phone, radio loud, whatever.
Point A to point B. That's the only thing they're supposed to do.
Right.
But if you're gonna do in between, you get a tip.
Some of them offer water and peppermint.
Oh yeah, I went to one. He had water in a cooler in the back.
Yeah.
XL one.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Book XL, yeah.
But you know why? Because he already charged it to you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's coming out of your pocket.
It's coming out of your pocket. Anyway.
One thing I always watch about Uber though is the wait time, because some of them are slick. They would say, "Oh, I'm here already."
That's
and then
why
you see
I
your charge
canceled
wait
from
time.
them.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? You're not here.
That was the one reason why, like a few years ago, I was like, no, I'm done with it. Like they charged me for, it was New Year's, the worst day to get cabs. Before COVID, I'm like, Lyft.
Comment below what's your worst experience and what was your best experience from Uber. Like I said, I had a couple of them.
God.
I even had one guy, the phone rang and he looked at me. He was like, "You don't mind if I answer this, right?" I was like,
It depends. Like,
"No," I said, but
all right,
the other
use your
ones,
best judgment, dude.
the other people, bloop. Yeah, I was like, "Yo, you want to look, on the road?" Like one guy, I told her, "Don't even give him a tip and give him 4 stars."
Being in the back, feeling unsafe,
Mad rude. He was, and we
blasting
said,
music. It stinks or something.
"Oh my God!" No, he was just going. We said, "Oh, we got to go to this one thing." He was like, "Oh, well, next time you need to call an XL for what?" He said, "Because you got a speaker." I said,
So you have a trunk
And?
that fits in the trunk.
"You got a trunk and you got a SUV."
He didn't want it in the trunk.
That's it. And he was going all slow.
He had a bad day.
And he said, "Oh, nobody else." No,
He needs an IT job.
No, but he tried to be slick. Nobody else would do this for you, but I'm gonna do it for you because every other person would just cancel it. I said, "What are you talking about?"
No, they wouldn't.
I do it every week.
No, you-
This is when I was doing the karaoke. I was like,
Yeah.
every week we call the cab and
It's
we
not that big.
and we take that one little speaker and put it
Yeah.
in. So, what's your problem?
It fits in there.
I'm looking at him like
Yeah, like
please.
that's unnecessary.
taking the long way, taking his time.
All
so I
of
told
that,
him,
he didn't even have to waste his breath to even say anything. He could have just,
I'm like, yeah.
drove forward and just kept
Please.
it to himself.
We know exactly what type of cab to call, and we call them all the time. So
No, I've heard about some bad some bad, scary rides, like for young girls out in Long Island.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
But that didn't happen to me. I think probably the worst cab ride I had was in Newark. I would always be like arguing with these African guys. Like, I was young. I was like 20 years old, but we would never see eye to eye on something, and it just
Just tick you off,
yeah.
huh?
No, but losing a phone with an irate, like, creepy driver, that was one. That was probably like a couple years ago.
Oh my God.
You know, and like having to like call other people to call him, like call him, because if I swear to God.
No, I remember
It wasn't my phone though, but
I left something in one of the Uber drivers.
Yeah.
And since he was not a official Uber driver, like we didn't do it in the app,
Yeah.
he just stopped by and picked me up.
Yeah.
He actually came back to the studio and said he was knocking on the door
For your stuff.
and he bring one of the
That's
the
good.
equipment that we left.
Yeah, that brings you good karma. Like, just, do unto others as you would like done unto you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
'cause
Like,
I had bad luck with the shotgun mics. I brought like 3 of them, lost it somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't buy no more. But the one shotgun mic was in his thing, and he bring it back.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to,
He didn't have to.
you know.
You know.
So I was shocked, even though it was the next day. But he said, "Oh, I bring it back. I was in the area, and I was asking if they know you. And I remember you said you were in the media, so everybody know the only media
Nice.
studio was here.
So was that your best experience with tipping cabs?
Well, I didn't tip him the first time.
Wah, wah, wah.
I didn't tip him, and he still did something. He still did something out of
What do we got to do to get you tip? What we
No,
gotta
no, but the reason why I didn't tip him because he was trying to charge me $12 for a place that I knew it was
Oh, that one of those, the black
$8. Right.
cabs.
So I know it was $8 to get here.
Limousines.
So I gave you 12 for
Good old days.
So guess what? Your $8
Right.
plus the $4 tip.
yeah, yeah, I've done that before.
That's why, because I already know more or less how much it is to get over
That's
here.
the one thing I like about Uber. It takes the questioning out of when I'm gonna get a ride. How much
much?
it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's like, whew.
We don't got to worry about it.
Airport.
Shoo.
These days, I think it's probably like 80 average, depending if you're like 40
Yep.
minutes away.
From where we live
good 100.
to LaGuardia, it's around $70, $80.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we paid last time was one
Yeah,
something.
if you go to JFK,
I remember when it used to be like $50.
Yeah.
Flat rate.
Well, before it used to be any cab. Now it's just yellow cabs can
You see how long
pick
they
up.
sit outside of
Yeah.
the?
The
They'll
yellow
sit there
cabs.
for hours waiting for a customer.
Yellow cabs paid contract
Right.
to be the only ones to pick up.
Right.
Unless now there's Uber, so they
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
even
so
fight
no
a
one-
Uber.
They're like,
no one likes to ride yellow cabs because they know they charge you too much.
it's a different, yeah.
They charge you for waiting, the red light, the miles.
The miles, you can see it going. Like, okay, I'll get out here.
I know you'd be like,
I remember that.
okay, I got like 60 cents left. You're looking at the top. Right, stop right here.
Yeah, I'll get out here. Thank you.
Sir, we got 12 minutes left. No, we stopping right here.
No, you do.
I was like, I'll walk the rest of the 12 minutes. Don't worry about it. Because that's how it was. It's like,
yeah, that meter.
I remember back in the day, yo, how much is from here to there? Oh, $4. Come on.
No,
Come
you
in.
remember Cash Cab?
The
guy used to come. I always wanted to get in that cab. I don't think.
But that was the only reason I used to be in Manhattan looking at all the yellow cabs.
Hoping to win $500.
I'm like, I'm looking for lights and cameras inside the cab. I'm looking for lights and
Never
cameras.
in my life have I seen it in person.
Nope.
Never.
I always think that it was fake. I think it was in the studio or something
yeah,
because
yeah.
how you always picking up somebody in Manhattan and I'm standing in the
right.
same
They
corners
only rode in Manhattan, I believe.
and the same corners in Broadway and all of them. And I used to be looking. I know you got cameras. There's another car behind you and another camera. So there had to be cars
Probably
with
outside
cameras.
of rush hour.
I never understood how the people looking, "Bring you in Cash Cab. Oh my God, they
didn't
shot.
know. So then that's why you never saw it, because the lights never went off.
No, but how you shocked when you see a camera
Right.
inside the car? There's a car in front of it that shows the camera hitting. So there's camera people around. How you shocked to get in? So that's how I knew it was fake. But
Yeah,
I was
we don't
still,
think about that. Yeah.
I was still trying to get one
Yeah.
though.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I was ready. I was studying.
Like Jeopardy.
That
Yeah.
was a good show though.
It was.
For
You
the
gotta
people-
bring that back.
For people that don't know, Cash Cab was you go in And it's a game show inside the cab.
Inside the cab.
So the cab ride is free automatically.
From A to B.
Yep. You have a certain amount of questions to answer.
You get 3 wrong, you get kicked out of the
Yep.
cab.
So you be like, but I'm in the desert
But
and
you
I
get
still
a free
got 5
ride.
minutes.
Right, you get a free ride, I think.
You be having 5 miles to
Yeah.
go,
But you
kicked
also
out.
get to win money based on the answers that you give. So you could call in, you could call a friend, you could do a street shout out.
Oh, yeah, remember that? Excuse me, I got a question,
Yeah.
so you can help me.
Yeah.
Am I getting some of that money? No.
They don't even know.
They-
I'd
I
be
just
like,
wanna ask a
listen, this is
question.
my Instagram. You can sell me.
Yeah. That was a good show, now that you bring it up.
Yeah.
But that was the only time I think people were riding yellow cabs.
Yeah.
Trying to
We
get
didn't
that
have
cash
Uber.
cab.
We didn't have Uber.
They were trying to cash that cash app. They were like, It's like,
Dime a
yeah,
dozen.
put their hands out. Nah, you're not a cash cab. Go. I'm trying to get the cash.
There was an art to catching a cab, man.
No.
I don't know how it was for a guy, but you know.
Well, the girls are easy. Show a leg.
Drunk nights, you know.
The girls, all they got to do is show a leg.
You know, especially if it's a group of us.
You show a leg. You show a leg.
You
Whoop,
do,
whoop.
you do.
That's how the cars be like,
You wearing something sleeveless or something with
Yeah.
something showing. Something
yeah.
showing.
Oops, I dropped the keys and bend down. When you get up, you have like 5 or 6 cars waiting. And 2 of them is not even a cab.
Listen, I'll go right around somebody and be like, let's go a block further. And the rain is the worst.
You always try to grab by yourself. And then as soon as the cab comes, whoop, whoop, and all your boys come in.
That's horrible.
Because they would not stop for like 4 or 5 people.
A bunch of black dudes.
4 or 5 people, they'd be like, not even 4 or 5 white people. They don't want to stop. They don't want to pack their car up because they know some of them have to sit in the front.
Yeah.
So they like,
That's their space.
They like, nope. So you do that one person and then you call them when the and y'all all jump in.
Oh, man.
Or, I don't know why they said that it's hard for a dark person to catch a cab in
Some
Manhattan.
black people say that they still, to this day, some people won't pick them up. You know?
See, listen, I don't know
Darker-skinned people,
how
yeah.
y'all did it, but I always got a cab.
Especially if it was going outside of Manhattan.
I don't know.
I've heard that.
Never had a problem with getting a cab. Because what I did, I just stand in the corner, and as soon as the white person goes like this and opens their door, I jump in the cab. Boop! Thank you.
Oh, man, God bless you. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to Bronx to take it. Sir, that lady.
Officer.
That lady was next. No.
Turn into a Karen. Officer.
No.
This man stole my car.
The cab driver don't even care as long as he has somebody in the seat.
It doesn't. Keep it going.
And if he says, excuse me, I thought that lady was, that cab was for that lady. Oh, she wasn't the door?
At the airport and at like Madison Square Garden, they're serious
Oh, no, yeah,
about that line.
You have to do a line.
They are serious about that line.
I don't know. Y'all cab drivers are funny. You're standing online for like 2 hours for a $20 ride.
To go
or
around
40
the corner. I mean, you might as well Uber, but I guess the investment that they paid with TLC, you know.
Yeah. Nope, we ain't doing it. But also, speaking about, tips and taxis and all that, I seen a video, like I was explaining, a pastor of a church telling people that he has to give, the Lord told them that everybody here got to give him $20.
Yeah, what was that about?
He was like, the next 200 people, the Lord said, the next 200 people got to give me $20. He said, bring me the 200.
Because he knew it worked.
And there was a person laying on the ground
Praying
to save
on
him,
people.
and to rebuke all the devil.
That's a
We have
predator.
to give $20.
That's a predator. That's a
And then he
financial
said-
predator.
You only got 10? That's all right. Look at your neighbor next to you, and y'all both put 10, and y'all get 20. As long as 200 people come with 20.
Right. That's all a scam.
Calculate it. 200 times 20, that's
You thinking of the
20,000?
fast money, and when you
look
really
at-
think about it, it's not equaling out. It's not
20,000,
balancing out.
that's about $40,000? 200
Per
times,
person?
or 4,000, whatever.
Every week.
So, I'm in the wrong business right now. I'm just calculating.
Yeah.
If I do about 3-4
You say the
sessions a
right
day,
stuff.
you know what I'm saying?
You bring hope.
Yeah. You
You
know?
offer hope.
All I gotta do is hold my hands like this sometimes. It says,
And
I
guidance.
will bring you $20. Now I don't know how
You
to
gotta
bless.
bash the head.
I'm heavy-handed, so I don't boof knock them out. I don't know. Listen,
Yeah.
first of all, if you go to a church and they asking you for your money, it's a problem. If they tell you they can't help you because
Unless
you
you-
didn't give no
Right,
money,
right.
it's a
That's-
problem.
It is a problem.
Church is there to help and to bring you closer to your Lord.
It's supposed to be community, you
Right.
know, a place where you gather. I mean, you don't need church to be religious or to have
Well,
spirituality.
that's the problem.
But
That's the
some
problem.
people need that community, you
It's
know.
never was supposed to be a religion.
Yeah.
Read the Bible. It doesn't say.
Oh,
It says
man.
it's not supposed to be a religion.
Any-
You're supposed to.
You ask any crusader, they'll tell you different.
Yeah. Please.
They'll tell you anyone else is a heathen and a pagan and all.
Well, that's what's happening now. If you don't agree with them, you're a heathen.
That's right.
You're racist.
You're evil.
You're this. You're that. Just because you don't agree with them.
Yes.
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with your book.
But what's wrong with the variety? You know, what's wrong with maybe we're worshiping the same freaking thing? You know, what's wrong
That's why
with
churches used to dislike people that were doing it in their house, like Bible studies and all
Yeah.
that. They didn't like it. So now,
because they're educating themselves.
right, but now they started figuring out, okay, some of the churches, we're going to have the Bible study in Miss Mitchell's house tonight. And remember, and then they go into Bible study and they'll be like, well, let's give a tip.
Not
Let's put
reading
some money.
anything out of the Bible.
And they're putting money in the, and you're paying for my light?
Yeah.
Because you're asking for money in
At your
my
home.
house.
Oh, you do like a Santeria or something like
Oh,
that. They make money.
My mom used to say the only time we give money was to the people that were needing, and that's
Yeah.
when they had the rent parties back in the days.
Oh, that's nice. Like a block party.
Yeah, but it was called rent parties where someone in their house
Yeah.
throws a party, and everybody's going in knowing they have to put money in to help that person.
See, that takes integrity and honesty, and you don't have that now.
And then at the end, they give that whole jar to that person that needs to pay the rent. Now, you only have one time. Don't come and talking about 2 months later, I can't pay my rent again. Or I'm getting kicked out next week. But didn't we just do a rent party for you?
Your rent is $5 a month. Yeah.
I did a rent party for
Yeah.
you and you still getting kicked out?
Yeah.
Because it was a community thing. So in the building, they made sure everybody stays in their apartments.
The village. You
So
raised by the village.
You raise
know?
money to pay for this person's rent. Then that same person is raising money
They help you.
to.
Right.
It was called a rent party.
Yeah.
They stopped doing those things because of people were getting greedy,
Yeah.
lying that they can't
Lying.
pay their rent.
Right.
And
You can't trust people sometimes, you know.
you just
It's
screwed
like,
it up.
You don't have that, you know, just face value. Like, oh, I trust you out of the goodness of my heart. You might get burned these days. You know, you
And
gotta be
that's why-
smart about helping people.
And that's what
sometimes.
brings me to
No, that's why
things
people
that.
don't like to help anymore sometimes.
That-
because
that's
of,
worse.
No,
I don't
well,
know
that's
what's
that's
worse.
what brings us to our next topic, because things that we used to do that we don't do no
Right.
more.
Like, just being courteous, just because it's
Yeah.
a good thing to do, is
Like you said,
the
like
right thing to do.
what was that? Leave a penny, take a penny
Yeah.
thing. You
Leave a
know,
penny
things like that we don't do because people took advantage of it.
All right. And there's nothing to take now because it's all taken.
Yeah, they take it. Like they did.
Nobody gives.
Extraction. I don't like to promote shows, but there's a show called Extraction where the people is doing some stuff and your family needs, if you're not doing good, they press a button and they extract you.
Okay.
They're trying to win $250,000, I think it is. Well, one of the tests they did was they left a loaf of bread, and they told each person to go, but they didn't tell you, were you the first person to get there? They didn't tell you if you were the last person to get there. You just have to use your judgment call.
Yeah.
You haven't ate for a while. One person came and said, you know what, I still got a fish.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the first person
Let's share it.
or I'm the last. So I'm going to leave the bread.
Yeah.
He left.
You don't need it.
One person said, well,
I might need
ate,
it.
but I might need it later.
I can
He
sell
took
it.
He took half of the bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
So watching that show
You get
does
to
show me
see-
what you're
to
just speaking
really
about.
see.
Like some people just
It's just all about them.
and they greedy. So that's why the rent party has gone down the drain. It doesn't do that no more.
Yeah.
The block parties, they used to raise
People
money.
don't want to be taken advantage of. You know, the good people don't want to be taken advantage of, and you know they're putting all this energy and money out there for these people and these causes, but nobody's helping. You know, nobody's giving back. But it's really like whatever you give out, you're gonna get. Give out nastiness, you're gonna get nastiness. So if you constantly, if you can help somebody, tell them good morning. Why not? Why not? You don't know what's going on in their world. If that's gonna make them feel better or help them with the day, why not?
Yeah.
And so you get people that always question everything. oh, why are they doing that?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like,
That can't be real.
Well,
there's,
well,
there's
now,
government that should be helping them. Blah blah blah.
Just all the way.
but nowadays it's because of the trust has been gone down the hill.
People
that
are scared.
Question everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Does she really want rent, or she just want to have a party?
But see,
And,
that's
you know,
not,
like if
that's
you say
not where you want to be. You don't want to be so. What's the word I'm looking for?
negative.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to be such a Debbie Downer about everything, expecting the worst about everything. You know, you want to.
True, I am. I don't trust no one.
You have a little bit of hope. You know, you got a little.
Yeah,
bit of
I
hope.
hope that I'm right. That's the only thing I'm gonna hope for. I'm gonna tell you the truth because it comes down to that.
Yeah.
You know how people are like, oh, you don't respect that person? No, because they didn't earn the respect.
Earned.
I don't give nothing.
That's very
It's
different.
earned, but at the same time, if I present you with respect, I expect that,
Yeah.
and nothing less.
I don't
I
trust.
always tell him
Trust
I
is
trust people
No,
until
you gotta
they
earn
give
it.
me a reason
Right.
not to trust
That's
them.
me too.
Nope.
I give people the benefit of the doubt. I used to be
It's not.
like
It's
him.
not. It's not.
Very cynical.
It's
like-
not that I don't trust someone. It's just I'm not gonna give my trust. There's a big difference, and let me explain why. When you trust someone, you let your guards down,
Right, you're
and you be
vulnerable.
like, "Yeah, here's $10. I trust
you're
you.
already
You're already vulnerable." Me, I'm gonna trust you. Here's my $10
Right.
for you.
Let's see what happens.
But in my mind, I'm like, I want to see what's gonna happen. Is he really gonna pay?
See,
Now my guard is not down, so that's why people that trust people.
when it comes
get-
to borrowing money in particular, if I can't miss it, I'm not gonna give it.
well, my mom used to say, when you lend someone money,
Expect not to receive
no,
it
it's
back.
an investment.
Yeah.
So what happens in your
In a
investment?
different way.
Your investment sometimes can go up,
Right.
or sometimes it'll fall. So my mom used to be like, if you're going to give money to this person,
Yeah.
never expect it back.
Right.
But if you do get it back, that means you did a good investment.
Right.
So that's why,
Indeed.
be like, yo, you got $20? Yeah, here you go, buddy.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do.
But the
is-
last time they will ask you for $20,
Oh, yeah,
they'll
for
you
sure.
see you in the corner talking about, damn, I owe him
It
$20.
could be family. I don't care, because it's like at the end of the day, I still have to live. So
Mm-hmm.
you can do the same thing. You can earn.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, when you lend people money, that should be the mentality that maybe money's not coming back anymore.
No,
Yeah.
not everybody.
Like I don't worry too much about them. I will smile with them.
Yeah.
But I don't like anyone that if you owe a lot of money
they
to.
dodge you.
No, they dodge me too. But if they owe you a lot of money and they don't want to pay you, before I didn't care. I was
Yeah.
single.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But now that I got a
You got mouths
family,
to feed.
you taking out of my family's mouth.
Yeah. Not
So like
yours.
you don't even care and the
No.
respect that I have a kid and family.
No birthdays,
That's where
nothing. Yeah.
I get a little upset.
Right.
And then the second part is when you don't want to pick up the
Right.
phone. You
That-
don't want to do.
That's consideration. Like, at least tell me, like, listen, man, I'm gonna have to get some time for that. You know.
Yeah, real excuses.
That's the respect.
Not the I can't find a job now.
Excuses.
But they give
talking
you-
to me like I'm stupid.
But they give you a job and then you get fired because you wanted to do something stupid. So
Yeah.
I don't want to hear all this stuff. You know,
Yeah.
we have people like that with all these damn excuses that they used to
Right.
give for
People
for
are gonna
owing
burn
money.
you once, but once they burn you again, it's on you the third time. Like they already showed you who they are.
Yep.
You know,
Think fool me once.
fool me once, shame on me. No, shame on you.
Shame on you. Fool me
Yeah,
twice.
Shame
Shame
on me. Yeah.
Hmm. So I don't. That's why I say it's not that I don't trust. I'll give. Like people were like, yo, in real life he's so nice. Yeah, but in back of my head, I'm watching you
You
to
give
see.
me a minute.
I'm watching you to see what you're really
Right.
about.
You're gonna test me.
You know what I'm saying? I give you leadway. I won't give you respect. I won't give you
Enough-
trust.
enough to-
I give you leadway. That's what I do.
Enough rope to hang yourself.
And that's it. You know?
That's
if I
all
got to
you
yank
need.
that rope back, I'm going to yank it back. I'm like, no. So that's why I always, look. And plus, the field that I was, it turned me to not trust people because I seen the horror
The
in
worst
many.
of humans.
So it's like an army person that comes back. They be like, I seen the worst thing.
It took me some time to be a little more open to
Right.
people. You know what I mean? Because I was very closed off, especially crowds like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No, back up, back up, back up.
You know what's that?
It's a fear, though. It was a fear. Like,
Now,
I
you
don't
had
want to
a-
be traumatized.
You had a specialty when you were in?
a special what?
A specialty when you were in?
Yes, I was administrative, and then I was postal.
Oh.
Specifically postal. I was in a chemical unit before I went over.
Ooh, chemical. Ooh, no. I won't.
Yeah, so we would be called if there was something, you guys can't breathe. That's what I was.
I know our boy Will, he was tech. I know a couple of people that were front line. I was sniping as a kid.
These days, everything's kind of like.
And when you do certain things, like when they train us to do, because people don't know, you guys got, what's that, ROTCT, something like that?
ROTC.
We had cadets.
They still have cadets.
And you know what the cadets are? The cadets are real training for Army. They the real, like you really training. Back in the days, they were training, they took us to Germany, they took us over, and
nice.
I'm training as a sniper. And as a
kid?
Yeah, I learned how to shoot at 12.
I would have loved that.
But you have to look at your targets, right? But they don't tell you who your target is.
No, because bullets don't have names.
So they tell you one of the tests is find out who is the bad person.
Yeah.
Like, so you in a scope
At a second.
looking
split
at every
second.
single person. So
Right.
guess what happens to your mentality?
Paranoid.
Everybody is suspicious.
Everybody, because if not, you're dead.
So that's the mentality that I have. Everybody to me is suspicious. You're after me for some reason. That's why I don't like small talk when they call me. Hey, so how you doing?
What do you want?
How's the family? I'll be like, oh man, what you want? What? Can I just not call you? No, you can't. What you want? Because there has to be a reason.
Yeah.
So that's why when I text people or I say hello, hey, I'm just texting to see how you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't need to text me back.
Right.
What's up? Hope you okay. And I send it to people that I haven't spoken to for a long
Of
time.
course, you got to check on
I'm not
people.
calling you to say, hey, what's up? Yeah, so the sky was blue and this and that. You know the dog ran across the street? What you want, bro? Especially when it's family members.
Yeah, that might be a.
Some family members call me, I'll be like, I don't got it.
Yeah.
Or not. You know how you get these people that they ask for money?
Yeah. Eventually, they'll stop.
No, as soon as they answer the phone. So how you doing? Oh, man, not that good. I had to pay my rent, which is backed up for like 3 months. And then my dog got sick.
You got anything I could borrow?
Yeah, my
Get
dog.
ahead of.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. My dog got sick, and you don't even got a dog. My dog got sick. I had to take him to the vet. That was another $500 right there.
I don't have
You know,
insurance.
and I dented my car. I don't even have insurance. But like, I thought you didn't even have a car. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you
But
hit
how
him.
you doing?
You hit them with all these things that you had to pay for, and then you be like, yeah. So how you doing?
And then
They'll be like,
it's very uncomfortable.
yeah, I'm okay. You know, I was just checking up on you.
Right.
You know, yeah, they were gonna ask for money.
Right.
I
I'll
have
never
family.
ask you how you are any other time.
Chill. But what we're gonna ask you for is to come and watch us next week again and have some fun with us. But if you are watching it now and we're not live, still comment.
Feel free to comment. You got any other topics you might want to discuss? Let us know.
But next week we'll be back with some love corner and some tips on dating again.
We'd love to know your experiences.
Yes. So I am gonna be catching an Uber and I'm not gonna tip. I'll see y'all next week.
Poor driver.